You ready?
What's
So,
going on, man?
another episode bringing the business. What's going on with you, bro?
Man, chilling out. I can't complain about nothing.
Man, it's been hectic trying to maneuver through this weather and everything else, bro.
Breaking note.
Yes, sir.
Breaking note.
It's trying. It's like you say, the weather's decent, but it was raining and windy, so you know what I'm saying. I guess you got to take the good with the bad.
Man, we're in Chicago, brother.
Man,
Y'all see that, right? We're in Chicago.
Yes, sir. You see the new banner, bro. We coming along. We coming along for sure.
In Chicago.
Hey, so I guess we got to revisit it with all the moves that happened. So what you think about these? I guess these so-called super teams. What's going on now? What's going on?
Man, they ain't looking good. Are we looking at the depth of the super team?
But so, can you really? So okay, in Brooklyn, do you have a super team in Brooklyn?
You're supposed to. You're supposed to it twice. You're supposed to with Harden.
Okay.
They kind of underachieved. Now they bumping heads, whatever Harden gone.
Okay.
Now you're supposed to have one with Ben. If Ben's supposed to be that.
No, you're not that. So I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't consider that super team. I mean, you got.
So it's not because he's not there, or you saying he's not a superstar?
Nah.
Saying he's not a
He's not a
superstar.
superstar. So I wouldn't. And we might get argument on that, but I don't consider Ben Simmons a superstar. He's a good player who can't shoot, but he's a good player.
They talking about he had back tightness.
Yeah. So
He trying to avoid
playing against the 76ers.
going back to Philly.
Yeah.
So they talking about he got back tightness. He got back tightness, all right.
Yeah.
That booty hole getting tight.
You got that pucker factor.
Mhm.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because that's what I had put out a little something on our page, on our YouTube page, and I'm like, how this dude? It went from mental, so he want to play the mental health card, you know. And I hate to say that because you know there's too many people out here that's actually suffering through mental illness. So you want to play the mental health card, then you get traded. Harden over there, balling. Have they even lost since he's been there?
He didn't play last night. I think they lost last night.
Okay, well every game he played, they won.
Yeah, he didn't play. So I think he like 3-0 over there.
And you got Ben who ain't played a game yet.
Yep.
It's crazy. So I really don't consider Brooklyn a super team. And Brooklyn just lost today.
Man, that was a good game.
Good game.
Jason Tatum went off.
Man, was it 54?
Yeah. They say he tied with Larry Bird for the most 50-point game in Celtics history.
Already 24 years old.
I got a question. Who you taking, him or Paul Pierce?
Wow, that's tough, bro. Why would you put me in that situation? You know what? I'm gonna have to go with the truth. I mean, he'd have proven himself too many years, you know, and not to say that Tatum can't do it over a span of years, but I'm gonna have to go with the truth. It's too much on paper. You know what I'm saying? Too much on film with the truth doing this thing.
Yeah, I gotta go with Paul Pierce too.
Yeah, you gotta go with him, bro.
So who you got? Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown combo, or Paul Pierce, Antoine Walker combo? Remember they carry Boston over the mid.
Yeah. You know what? If I had to go, I'd probably do the young guys.
The combo, you taking the young guy?
Yeah, I'd take the young guy. I mean, nothing against Antoine Walker, you know, a good player. I just think Jaylen Brown and them just better. You know what I'm saying? I just think they better.
Yeah, man. They started off so slow this year, and they done picked it up, man. I think they won like 14 of their last 16, or it's something like that, man. Them boys in Boston balling.
But it's defense. They starting to play better defense, even though today, you know, scored over 100-something points. But we're playing better defense, and then I just think between the two, I guess you want to say two superstars, the two main guys, they know they role now. They're able to, coexist with each other, so that makes it better. And Smart Smart playing this role. So I think everybody, coming in playing this
They
role.
was just talking about earlier in the year, talking about trading them and breaking them up.
Yeah.
And now they rolling, man. So I think that was premature, man. Let them little young boys cook for a minute and see, see how it go.
But then it's like, okay, so you got outside the East. If you want to stay in the East right quick, you got at least with the Bulls.
Miami #1 right now.
Miami #1 right now.
And I think the Bulls #2.
No. So you got Miami #1, 76ers #2. You got the Bucks #3 and the Bulls #4. And you got the Celtics #5.
Finish off.
Cavaliers #6, Raptors 7, Nets 8, Hornets 9, and the Hawks at 10.
Okay. Who at 11?
The Wizards.
They got a chance of catching the Hawks for the 10 spot?
They 2 games out.
Okay. So it's pretty much set, I believe, because the Wizards probably going to continue to slide with no Bradley Beal.
Yeah.
So playoff picture, that East playoff is going to be cracking.
Oh, yeah.
When the playoffs start, that East going to be cracking. They talking about them Bulls.
Mm-hmm.
Them Bulls look good, but
they get help.
not only that, I don't know what it. They showed a graph the other day. They ain't beat none of the top teams yet.
Yeah.
Not one of them.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
So I think they there, but they not there.
But that's the thing. So we talking about them not beating the top teams, but they really haven't been healthy all year. You know what I'm saying? We haven't had all our pieces. So I think if we have all our pieces, we able to beat those top teams.
Do you think it's too much DeMar DeRozan and everybody else get out the way? Because I've heard that too. Like maybe we relying too much on DeMar DeRozan, and I don't know if that's him just saying give me the ball, get out the way, or if that's the team and the coaches and that's the strategy, give him the ball and get out the way. I don't know, but it's just saying like it's too much. Give me the ball, get out the way.
I mean, damn near 40 wins, so it's like.
But when the big games come in, it's not working, and them the teams you are gonna see when you go to the playoff.
I think when it comes to that, we're gonna have to make an adjustment, and we're gonna have to rely on other players. But I also feel like we just missing. You know what I'm saying? Like if we had Lonzo, he had another person that could at least give you 15. You got Caruso, he's another person give you 8 to 10 points.
Defense is what.
And both of their defense are good. People keep forgetting. Patrick Williams last year played or defended the top players on the other teams last year as a rookie. He got commended by top players on just his play. You know what I'm saying? Like a Jimmy Butler, LeBron, you know what I'm saying? Commended him on just his poise and playing defense, you know what I'm saying? So we really missing out on 3 of our top defenders that's out of the game right now. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if we get all of them back healthy, playing by the playoffs, we can get to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Woo. So right now they're in the 4th spot, you say?
They're in the 4th spot.
So who the 5th spot?
The 5th spot is
the
Celtics.
The Celtics?
Mm-hmm.
So can we beat the Celtics?
We can beat the Celtics, but I can see us moving up though. We only.
How many games left? About 20 something?
Yeah. So yeah.
Is it 20?
It's less than 20, I think. Yeah.
What you think about so like I say, them East playoffs is gonna be cracking. West gonna be cracking too. What you think about Bron last night? Bron went for 56 last night.
He had to do what he had to do.
Yeah.
He had to do what he had to do. You know what I'm saying? When you without AD, Westbrook played a decent game. Melo ain't the same player. You know what I'm saying? Hate to say it, but it's just the truth. He's not the same player. He really don't have no help. DJ Augustin came in. He played serviceable. You know what I'm saying? But he had to do what he had to do. But he can't do it every night. But he had to do what he had to do to will them to a win. But they're going to keep on sliding. The question is, how much can he do to at least get them to the play-in? That's all he's trying to do right now. They're not gonna get to the AC. They got to win out pretty much to even try to get to the AC, but they don't have to do a play-in. So how much can he do? You know what I'm saying, to get to a play-in?
And it's funny, you could look up and see Brooklyn and the Lakers outside the playoffs.
Yeah.
Both of them gonna be in the play-in, and both of them possibly can lose that one game and you go home.
Yeah. More so, Lakers probably would lose more so than Brooklyn. Yeah. And my thing is, we can't call the Lakers a super team. Can't. Reason why I say that, the only superstar on their team is LeBron. Mm-hmm. Westbrook, he lost a step. This is the reason why he's not as good as he was. If you watch Westbrook's game in his prime, in his younger years, his game is predicated off of speed and power.
Explosiveness.
Right. Once you lose a step in the league against younger players, it shows. You know what I'm saying? It shows, it shows in his play.
I look back, because I'm a Westbrook fan, so I look back at like the MVP year and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, where did the jump shot go to? You know what I'm saying? He never been like a pure jump shooter, mm-hmm. But if you go back and look at them, they look at that MVP year, that stop at the mid range, stop at the free throw line, or the little floater here and that. Like, where did that go?
I think part of it.
Where did the free throw shoot? How do you drop from 82% free throw shooter your whole career to now 60-something?
I think it's just a mental thing. That's what it is. It's a mental thing. Like, a lot of people, we hear it all the time, but think it's just cliche. But a lot of the game is mental. If you mentally not there in the game, regardless of your physical skills or your athleticism, it's going to show on the court. And I think with the Lakers, I don't think, just like a lot of players that play with LeBron, you lose what your role is with LeBron.
And it's a gift and a curse, because he does so much. Mm-hmm. That it kind of takes you out of your role, mm-hmm. But at the same time, like you're right. Him and Russ is hurting each other. You know what I'm saying? So Russ is a poor man's LeBron. He's not LeBron,
right.
But I'm saying he does everything like LeBron does. You know what I'm saying? So they kind of in each other's way.
But then again, how do you make it work? Because it's ego also. Because the way you could make it work is you can start DJ Augustine. You can have Russ come off the bench and run that second unit.
At this point, you got to try anything.
I mean, yeah, you willing to try anything, but you can't try anything if your star is saying, well, the reason why my back get tight because I ain't used to sit down as much as that. You know what I'm saying? So now you got to try to, tailor stuff, to him based off of his comments, because then now you ain't gonna get 100% of him. So is it about winning, or is it about your ego as a player?
I think at this point he'll try anything. You just think about it. Think about it. After KD left and Paul George got there, he deferred to Paul George. He went to Houston. Mm-hmm. He switched it up, deferred to, you know what I'm saying? Look, let me show you something. Look at all these players have had career years with him. KD had a career MVP year with him.
With Russ.
With Russ.
Mm-hmm.
Paul George is third in MVP voting with Russ. He had a career year with Russ. Mm-hmm. Bradley Beal had a career year with him. Yeah. Go back and look at it. Bradley Beal had a career year with him. I know LeBron just had career years, period. But all these guys had career years playing with him. James Harden had a dope year playing, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like, I don't understand how these guys having these years with him though.
I mean, you can't say he's not a good player. I just feel like on the Lakers right now, the reason why he's not what he was, I think first of all, he's lost a step. It shows he's lost a step. And then second, he doesn't have a clear role. I think like in our first episode, when we talked about the Lakers, I said that the Lakers will figure it out because Russ, in past years, figured it out
Yeah.
during the course of the
Yeah,
year.
this
year he hasn't, you know. And then you got all these role players who really not doing anything. You got Malik Monk who show up every once in a while. Kent Bazemore can't get off the pine. He not even
THT ain't that.
He ain't that. They thought he was gonna be, you know, be some.
But you remember all they talking about he's the piece that's untradeable and all that.
Yeah, he ain't doing nothing.
He ain't that.
You know what I'm saying?
The boy Reeves can play.
The white
the
boy,
rookie, yeah, he can play stuff like that. So I don't know, but I want to switch up a little bit. I was watching them Bucks earlier.
Yeah,
man, that Drew Holiday been on a tear lately of just playing solid basketball, closing them games out, playing defense.
That's him.
You know what I'm saying? I be on Middleton heels, but Middleton just seemed to show up when he needed.
Yeah, like with the Bucks, you got, and I hate to say it, kind of like a Batman and Robin type thing with them, but Giannis is gonna be your superstar. He's gonna be the one, you know what I'm saying, to keep you in the game and, you know, be that superstar. But then when it comes to close, that's Middleton.
And Giannis had one of them blocks again today. Did you see it?
Nah.
You remember in the finals?
Against
let me ask you this. We saw Hakeem Olajuwon, we saw Scottie Pippen, Gary Payton, we saw all these guys, Ben Wallace, whatever. I don't know nobody that cover that pick and roll as well as he does. Where I'm with the pick guy in roll, and I get back there and defend that roll guy.
Only person I would say that did it probably better than anybody would be Scottie Pippen. That's it. It's just that Giannis just is longer. You know what I'm saying?
Man, he made a block on Cameron Payne on that pick and roll. Fought through the pick and still made it back there to block the shot. Like, how do you do that? Like, how is that? How do you do it?
Because the thing is, when we watch it on TV, we don't realize how long these guys are.
Yeah. Like,
I've watched Giannis take 3 dribbles damn near from the and be to the rim. Like, 94 feet, 3 dribbles, and you at the rim. Like, I mean, we don't see it because we watching it on TV. We don't realize just how much space they can cover. You know what I'm saying? Well, how tall he is or how long, you know.
So why has nobody else did it? Like Mutombo didn't do it. David didn't do it.
Didn't do what?
Like cover that pick guy and
they're not as athletic as he is.
So you don't think David is as athletic as Freak?
No.
David was athletic as big.
He was, but Greek Freak not a big. He really
He's 7 feet.
Yeah, but just like Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant 7 feet. These dudes playing like a guard. They playing like a 2 guard. But they so tall and long that you could play them at a 3 or 4. Or even a 5 if you wanted to. So that's the difference, you know, you want to talk about David Robinson, Hakeem. Yeah, they were athletic, but they weren't guard skill athletic.
So you don't think if the game was stretch back then like the bigs are now? Because the bigs are stretch bigs now. You don't think David could have stretched out or Dream could have stretched out?
Not. I mean, they could have did it to a certain extent, but not covering as much ground as Giannis is. No, they're not covering that much ground. They would play a good pick and roll defense, but they're not covering it like that.
Yeah, that's exceptional, man. Yeah. I'm watching how that man cover ground, man. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, but if you look how he's progressed his game from when he first got in the league, you know what I'm saying? It's unbelievable.
But one thing about that, you know how they mess with him about his jump shot, can't shoot the 3 and all that. Mm-hmm. Before he bulked up, his jumper was more fluid.
Well, I mean,
go back and look at some young Giannis, man. He was more fluent. Like you see now, it seems mechanical when he shoots.
There's that muscle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That muscle. Well, yeah. I mean, what can you do about that?
It seemed a little more fluid when he was shooting it before he bulked up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'd rather take the bulk up, you understand? Yeah. That little guy, little fella.
Oh yeah, most definitely. But so just so everybody know, that's my pick for the championship.
Who
The
you got?
Bucks. I came in the season with the Lakers and the Bucks going to the chip.
So who you
The
got?
Bucks win.
Who you got coming out the West then? You got the Bucks coming out the East. Who you got coming out the West?
I still don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know.
You don't think the Suns will do it, especially if Chris Paul come back?
I don't trust him.
You don't trust who?
Chris Paul. Always hurt or always something when it matters or whatever. I don't
But
trust him.
it don't even be his fault though.
What do you mean? The best ability is availability.
I mean, I feel you, but it seems like you blaming it on him. Like
But I'm
he
saying
ain't
when
nothing-
I need you, your hamstring pull or you break your hand. And so I'm saying, why do I think now that I can rely on you when I ain't been able to rely on you doing this? You know what I'm saying?
I
down
think
the
it's
stretch.
Chris Paul, yeah, man.
So you got them win it all.
I think it's Chris Paul, yeah. I got them winning. It's Chris Paul, yeah. I can't
You
see
hurt
nobody
right
else
now.
coming out. Yeah, he'll be fine for the playoffs. He'll be good. He'll be good. Freak accident. He threw a pass, jammed his thumb. I mean, it's a freak
It's
accident.
always.
Yeah, I mean, but ain't nothing you can do about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't like he did it himself. You know what I'm
Okay, same thing with AD then.
Okay. Yeah, but
So
AD
you think the injury prone title is unfair?
for
Players, period.
I do think it's unfair. And you know why I'm gonna say that. I think it's unfair because like you sent me a thing about Adrian Dantley. He had the prime years or whatever like that. Then I guess after that, he had, decent career. And when you sent me that, I immediately went to Derrick Rose. So I'm like, he first got in the league 17 points a game, and then he progressively 20, until he got hurt. And so do we diminish those prime years and say he's just okay player when he was like the face of the league and he was MVP, you know what I'm saying? You can say the same thing for them.
It's unfortunate, but that's how this thing goes. It's unfortunate because you could look back at a lot of what ifs. You can look back at a Grant Hill.
Right here. I was about to say Grant
You
Hill.
can look back at a Penny Hardaway. I heard somebody talking the other day, one of my favorite that was, man, up and coming, Brandon Roy.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like,
Superstar.
you could look back at these guys that was going to be awesome. Man. So, are we going to end up putting Zion in there?
Time will tell. Time will tell. We'll
What's
see.
your gut tell you? Not, and this is not to pour salt on the young man or wish nothing on him, because I hope he come back and be awesome. Like, I like Zion, but I'm asking, what do your gut tell you?
I mean, my gut say he gonna get it together. He's still young. My gut say he gonna get it together and have a productive, career. That's what my gut tells me. You go through scrutiny or whatever as a young pup coming in the league, or whatever. But I think he's gonna figure it out. He has good kids.
So do you think his injuries are to a lack of work ethic or overeating or anything like that?
I think his injuries come from just being too big for the amount of athleticism that he has. That's what it comes down to. When you throwing around damn near 200, almost 300 pounds in the air like that, and coming down that much force in your body, that's why Barkley had to lose weight. People forget how just dominant Barkley was as a 6'4", as a
He was
6'4",
athletic as hell.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? And he had to lose weight because he would have been the same position as Zion.
And it's funny you mentioned Barkley. I always told people when Zion was coming out, I had 3 levels that I say he can be on.
Okay.
I say the first level, with the highest ceiling,
Mm-hmm.
Charles Barkley.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The middle ceiling, Larry Johnson.
Okay.
The bottom ceiling, Julius Randle.
I thought you were about to say Zach Randolph or something.
No, Julius Randle.
Okay.
So them was the tiers that I said Zion could have been on.
Yeah.
Coming out.
Yeah, top 10 would be Barkley though. I agree with you on that. Because Barkley was a problem. You know what I'm saying? People who ain't, watched Barkley or grew up watching Barkley was a problem. Actually, I ain't gonna need to lie to you. Growing up in Chicago, you probably can remember this because we used to go outside and play on the block. I always was Barkley. That was like my favorite player, even though
that was my
Mike,
favorite. Outside of Mike, Barkley is my
yeah,
favorite.
Barkley's my favorite player, bro, for real.
And I remember that, like, people don't remember Barkley was that leading scorer and all that in that Dream Team.
Yeah. Yeah, he talked a lot of shit.
Yeah,
but
he say Chuck Daly say, man, Barkley told him that at the Dream Team, told him, man, you the second best player in the league, man. Barkley said, you mean tell me it's a motherfucker better than me? You know what I'm saying? Mike sitting right there. He said, you think it's a motherfucker better than me? And Barkley was tough.
yeah, he was a problem.
You know what I'm saying?
He was a problem.
So I hope Zion gets together. But think about this though. So here we are, you know what I'm saying? We're fans of this thing,
Mhm.
but you have actual people that's like professionals
Mhm.
that's around the game and stuff. They didn't see the tell Zion, man, you gotta drop a little bit of that weight. Well, you gotta do it like he don't have nobody around him saw this, and we can see this as casual fans, I guess.
But I think when he first got in the league, I think people were saying stuff to him because it was like the media was always saying stuff. So you know if the media was saying something, you know people was in his ear saying something to him about it. But, you know, for him, he was like, man, I've been playing at this weight, I'm decent, but